Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie, and it's been a very long time since I've made anything here. But I wanted to announce in this video that I am going to be rebranding this channel and creating something more consistently. Yay! Over the last 4 or 5 years, I have been experimenting with different types of content creation. I've done user-generated content, I've done social media marketing. I think there's more things that I'm missing, but I have finally landed on something that I think that we're gonna stick with. Recently, I have taught myself how to become a wedding content creator, and we will be getting into what that is in just a moment. But that's what today's video is all about. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get into wedding content creation and all the little tips and tricks that go with that. So first things first, what is wedding content creation? I'm sure that you guys have heard of wedding videography and wedding photography, but wedding content creation is somewhere in between. While the photographer and videographer get the more posed, more professional looking video and photography, wedding content creators are the people that capture the candid moments, the happy tears, the laughter, the raw emotion. We are the people who capture the behind the scenes. Because of the way technology has changed so significantly, wedding content creation is now becoming a new thing. What is really cool about wedding content creation is that you can film everything from your iPhone. I'm gonna be going through that in just a second, but we're basically the people that are on iPhone duty. And this doesn't just go for weddings, you can do this for all types of events, but this is a new niche that you're gonna wanna hop on. So I'm gonna go through some of the gear that I have. I have the most basic wedding content creation gear. These are just things that I recommend, and you don't necessarily need all of these things, but they are the kind of things that help me make sure that my content is really high quality, even though I am filming on an iPhone. So first things first, you're gonna be running around weddings all day, right? So I actually have this water bottle, and then it has a strap. That way when you're filming on your iPhone, you can just have water with you all day. Super nice. So I would highly recommend getting either a Stanley, this is not even a real one, this is just like the generic one, and getting a little strap for it, because some weddings, depending on where you are, it gets really hot out. This is another basic thing. This is my fanny pack. It's kind of bigger than a fanny pack, and it has 2 straps. One that can like go up higher on your shoulder, and then one that goes cross body. But I like this because it just has normal pockets, you know, you can store whatever you need in there. And it's just nice to have a bag that you can store stuff in while you're running around. As you get more wedding content creation gear, it might be beneficial to get a backpack, but I'm literally showing you the most basic stuff that I have. What I really want to show you is that it doesn't really take that much. You don't need all this expensive equipment to be a wedding content creator. Another thing that I have, these are my microphones. Here, I'll show you. The microphones are just like little clips. I literally bought this off of Amazon for like $20. This one is really cool because it has both of the plugins. This part is for older iPhones, and then this part is for newer iPhones and like Samsungs. Personally, I will link all of these in my description so that you guys can check out what I have and see that some of this stuff is not that expensive. Like, you don't have to go all out for great content. Right now, I'm currently filming with a gimbal, and I will take the phone off just so you guys can see what that looks like. So this is my gimbal, and I actually splurged on it because it was about $100, just because it has this little piece on the top. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it off. Oh, I am. It's basically an AI tracker that tracks faces, and it just keeps faces in the frame. So I paid a little extra for that. A normal gimbal is probably around $50. It has an on and off button. It has the record button. There's different settings that you can use with this. This is how you change how blurry or focused it is. And then to open, you just kind of spread these apart and stick your phone in. It doesn't really work if you don't have a phone in it, so I can't really show you all of the functions, but maybe I'll make another video on that. Next thing that I wanted to show you guys, I actually haven't filmed a wedding with this yet, but I think that it's very important, but it's also very expensive. This is the one thing that would be a good investment, but is not necessarily required. There are ways to get around this. It's really nice to have something to charge your phone with when you are out on these weddings. You can always buy the little charger packs. I don't know why, but I didn't think to use those on any of the weddings that I filmed. I did bring my charger for my most recent wedding, and it was honestly a lifesaver. I probably wouldn't have been able to film like the second half of the wedding if I didn't have my charger with me. So definitely pack multiple of the portable chargers. They're gonna be a lifesaver for you. This is something that I got as a gift recently. I'm actually gonna open it up and show you guys. I haven't used this yet, but I think it will be very beneficial for upcoming weddings. Personally, I film on an iPhone, like I said. I have an iPhone 15 Pro. I think it's the newest iPhone out there right now, and I know not everyone can make investments like that. So you definitely don't need an iPhone 15 Pro to make wedding content creation work for you. It's just this portable battery. What I was thinking about doing is I have my fanny pack and I can just kind of set the Marlboro on it while I charge my stuff. You know what, I actually am gonna open it. What's really nice is it has all of these little plugins so that you can plug in your phone, plug in whatever you need. It has USB-C and USB output for all of these, and it also has like plug-in for anything else really. That's probably the most expensive thing that I have. Definitely not necessary. You can just buy a couple of the power banks and you should be good to go with that. Hopefully that covers all of the equipment. That's really all that I use. I will put links in the description to all of those things so that you can go check them out. The only time that I would probably use the microphones is if you were doing like interviews with the guests, or if the bride and groom wanted to do vows. That's when I would use the microphones. So if you're just filming videos, you may not even need that. You can kind of decide what you feel like you need and what you don't. Obviously, you do not need all of this stuff. You could even just go into these weddings with your iPhone and a power bank, and I know that a lot of wedding content creators make it work with that, so you definitely don't need all of this. Some more basic things that I would like to talk about are editing. For editing, I have experience using Final Cut Pro, and I have a MacBook that I edit on. You definitely don't need that. CapCut honestly has some really awesome features for editing. So it's really simple to put videos into there. And even on TikTok, I noticed that they have a new feature where you can save videos before you post them so that you can post them to other platforms also. If you'd like to see a video on editing tips and tricks, let me know in the comments below and we'll see what I can do. So editing, you can use pretty much anything that you want. I just personally would recommend Final Cut Pro or CapCut. Those are my two favorites that I pretty much edit everything on. Lately it's been CapCut more because they have more animation features. It's easier to just edit on your phone when all of the footage is on there too. So you can kind of decide what works for you too. Okay, now we're going to get into tips about building your portfolio. So if you don't have any clients at all, first thing that I would recommend is if you know someone that's getting married, offer to film their wedding or film behind the scenes for free. And then you have footage and experience to include in your portfolio. Let's say you have friends that are a couple, ask them to dress up really nice and then just take photos or videos of them, and then you can also use that footage for your portfolio. Another way to get more experience and build your portfolio is if you know of any events going on, anything fun, anything that could potentially be good footage, go to that event, take videos, and use it in your portfolio. You can literally film anything. It doesn't even have to be wedding stuff, just as long as you can kind of capture the essence of like people having fun. Like let's say if there's like a school dance or anything going on, literally anything that has high energy, that can kind of mimic like a reception or something really important like a baptism or anything. I don't know. Maybe a baptism is a bad option. I don't know if you're allowed to film in churches, but get creative and you will have a beautiful portfolio. It doesn't matter exactly what you film. Eventually people are going to look through your portfolio and then be like, okay, this person can actually film well. It doesn't have to be weddings exactly. Another thing to keep in mind, do not give up on this dream. If you love weddings, if you love seeing people happy, if you want to be in an industry that is super fun, this is the industry. When you get all of your socials, everything up and running, make sure that you're responding to all of the comments that are on your videos. Respond to them genuinely. Those are the people that could be potential customers if they are commenting on your wedding stuff. Well, I think that about wraps it up. If you guys have questions about wedding content creation or any other types of topics that you'd like to see, please leave them in the comments and I would be happy to make a video on them. I also have a free guide for learning how to be a wedding content creator, and that is linked in the description below. And I will see you guys next time.